Is there a seismic shift coming for the Toronto Maple Leafs? With the free agency looming, the team's priorities are coming into sharp focus, and it looks like one star player is at the center of it all. As we gear up for what could be a transformative offseason, the Leafs are weighing their options involving a critical contract situation that could change the landscape of the roster. Stay tuned as we break down what this means for the future of the team and its beloved players. The Toronto Maple Leafs are gearing up for a pivotal offseason, and there's one clear priority on their radar: re-signing Mitch Marner. According to NHL insider Nick Capreos, the Leafs are putting contract talks for unrestricted free agents John Tavares and Steven Lorentz on hold until they figure out how to navigate the cap space needed for Marner. This is a critical juncture for the team, and as a passionate fan, I can't help but feel excited and a bit anxious about what this means for our future. Marner is having an impressive season, currently on pace to finish with around 89 points in 71 games. He's in the final year of a 6-year, $65.4 million contract, and if he hits the market on July 1st, analysts expect him to seek a hefty raise, potentially around $13 to $14 million annually. That's a significant investment, but let's be real. Mitch is one of our cornerstones. He drives the play and is essential to our offensive success. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I understand the need to keep financial flexibility for a player of Marner's caliber. On the other hand, delaying contract offers to seasoned players like Tavares and Lorentz puts us in a tricky situation. Tavares, our former captain, is finishing a massive 7-year, $77 million deal and has been productive with 33 goals and 67 points this season. Yet, there seems to be no rush from the Leafs to extend him. Is it wise to risk losing such a veteran presence while we navigate Marner's contract? I'm not sure. Then there's Lorentz, who's been a solid contributor at a bargain price of $775,000 for this season. He's played 69 games and tallied 16 points, which is decent depth scoring. However, the fact that all eyes are on Marner means Lorentz and Tavares are in limbo. It's a gamble. The front office is clearly prioritizing Marner, but what if the negotiations don't go as planned? The Leafs need to ensure they have a backup plan if things go south. The impact of these decisions is profound. If we can secure Marner, it sets us up for a strong playoff push next season. But if we lose him to free agency, it could set the franchise back years. Think about that for a moment. The dreams we've all shared as fans, seeing this team break the playoff curse and finally compete for a cup, hinge on moves like these. Brad Treliving, the GM, has publicly supported Marner even amidst trade rumors. That's reassuring, but I can't shake the feeling of uncertainty. If it turns out that Marner is not in our plans, where does that leave us? Can we replace his production? History tells us that finding a player of his talent is no easy feat. I want to know what you think about this situation. Are you comfortable with the strategy of holding off on Tavares and Lorentz? Do you believe that securing Marner is worth the risk? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we look ahead, every fan's voice matters. This is a crucial time for the Leafs, and your thoughts could spark some interesting discussions. Make sure to share your perspectives in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. The Toronto Maple Leafs have made a significant move recently by signing Luke Haymes, a promising forward from Dartmouth College, to a 2-year contract. As the NHL offseason heats up, this decision marks a strategic step for the franchise, especially as they look to bolster their roster with fresh talent from the NCAA. Haymes, at just 21 years old, is stepping into the organization with a solid collegiate resume, having tallied 12 goals and 6 assists in just 22 games this season, which translates to an impressive 0.82 points per game. Now, let's dive deeper into what this could mean for the Leafs. Haymes will be joining the Toronto Marlies in the AHL for the remainder of the 2024-25 season on an amateur tryout, and you can bet everyone's eyes will be on him as he competes for a spot on the NHL roster next season. With a total of 83 NCAA games under his belt, where he scored 41 goals and 29 assists, he's shown he can produce consistently. That's a skill set that could translate well to the professional level, but how quickly can he adapt? Before making his mark at Dartmouth, Haymes played in the BCHL with the Cowichan Valley Capitals, where he showcased his scoring ability, 49 points in 52 games during the 2021-22 season. He's come a long way from his junior hockey days in Ontario, and I can't help but get excited about the potential he brings to the table. His offensive skills are evident, but what really stands out is his physical play and tenacity for puck battles. That's something the Leafs could certainly use more of as they look to enhance their team's competitiveness. Now, while the excitement over Haymes is palpable, let's be realistic. He's likely a season away from truly making his mark in the NHL. While he could very well impress during training camp and make a push for a roster spot, the smart play might be to let him develop in the AHL for a full season. This is where he can refine his skills and gain the experience needed to thrive at the next level. And honestly, do you think this was the best decision? I'm torn. On one hand, I love the idea of giving young talent a chance, but on the other, a little seasoning in the AHL might be just what he needs. Looking ahead, if Haymes can translate his NCAA success to the NHL, he could become one of the top 6 forwards the Maple Leafs desperately need. The competition is fierce, especially with established players like Matthew Knies and Max Domi already in the mix. It's a tall order, but his skill set gives him a fighting chance. The Leafs have a solid core of forwards, and adding a player like Haymes could provide that extra spark they need. It's crucial for the team to have depth, especially as they aim for playoff success. As the 2024-25 season progresses, I find myself feeling hopeful about this signing. It's been a while since the Leafs brought in a player with this kind of potential from the NCAA. The excitement around Haymes is palpable, and if he can continue to develop and find his stride, we might just be looking at one of the more exciting prospects the franchise has seen in years. But what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you excited about the addition of Luke Haymes? Do you believe in his potential to make an impact next season? And how do you feel about the direction the team is taking with its roster moves? This is the kind of signing that can get fans talking and dreaming about what's to come. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates on the Maple Leafs. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay in the loop, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're all in this together, and I can't wait to discuss more about our beloved team with you.